and lost 7. I'm joined by Gareth Jenkinson in the combox today. Gareth, it's an absolute belter of a day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a perfect winter's day as we're accustomed to up here at Michaelhouse here in the Balgowan Valley. We've got nice weather actually. It's not too cold, 17 degrees. I'm sure it is going to get a bit more nippy as the day goes on, but as you can see, clear conditions, no wind to speak of. Perfect day for rugby and a perfect day for this Hilton Michaelhouse fixture. I'm excited. We're both the Michaelhouse old boys, so obviously we'll be rooting for the boys in the red and white stripes to get one over their fierce rivals from Hilton. But we'll try and keep it as objective as possible, but I'm really, really looking forward to this one. It doesn't look like there's too much between the sides either.
Well, Michaelhouse have been in a bit of trouble recently. They're coming off the back of 4 losses. They lost to Kearsney, Northwood College, and then St. John's up in Johannesburg. Those are 4 tough games, Gareth, especially when you throw in Kearsney College and a very, very good Northwood side this year. But looking at those Hilton results, they're going to be a difficult side to beat today.
Yeah, look, you've got to back them to bounce back in their final game of the season. It's the last throw of the dice for these boys, and we were actually talking about it off mic a little bit earlier, reminiscing on our final games for Michaelhouse. You went and played your final game at Hilton. I was lucky enough in 2008 to play our final game here on Meadows for second team, and I remember the nerves and really wanting to go out there and get a win in that final game for your school, and it gives you a little bit of extra impetus and a little bit of extra passion knowing that you're playing your last game for your school on your home ground. So I'm sure the Michaelhouse boys will be buoyed by that, but they've got a lot of work to do. That it hasn't been the best season as far as results go.
So we are going to go down pitch side right now. Amy Webster, the Michaelhouse Community Partnership Manager, she is going to be chatting to us.
Michaelhouse Community was founded by Michaelhouse 10 years ago and is working with schools between Lions River and Moy River in the KwaZulu-Natal Midlands. We're partnering with schools in our area to try and improve the education. So we're implementing projects from sports projects to literacy projects, and we are needing some extra help with one school in particular, Asetutuke Combined School, which is based in Zenzani Village. This school was classified dysfunctional by the department last year with a 30% pass rate. Together with 2 old boys, Stuart Pennington as the partner for possibilities and John Bates chairing the working group, we together with other stakeholders such as the SGB meet regularly to address the school's needs. We are looking at improving the infrastructure, and as today we are the main beneficiary from the game, we are asking for your help. So please use our Zapper and SnapScan codes to donate. Every cent counts. They can be found on Facebook or on your program. And if you require any more information, you can go onto our Facebook page or email us at cpt@michaelhouse.org.
Brilliant initiative there, getting behind a local school. Michaelhouse have been heavily involved in Asetutuke for a number of years. We're going to now go to the players that are going to make up the 30 men on the field today. Hilton College up against Michaelhouse. Gareth, this Michaelhouse side, a lot to do.
Yeah, we were talking about the side a little bit earlier, and let's just go through the team list here. And 3 players to look out for that have been selected in the KZN Academy Week. Number 14, Kwanele Kumalo, playing off the right wing. He should be exciting to watch this afternoon. Then in the front row, we've got Brandon Jewell, the tight head prop. He should be pretty exciting. And then at number 15, I remember watching him a few weeks ago, pretty exciting player, Luc Pousson, a fantastic fullback. He's exciting. When they played against Kearsney, I remember he was one of the players that was a standout for me, just really exciting. And also going back to that Kearsney game, I thought number 8, Roland van den Berg, was also really industrious. He got through a lot of work. And Jamie Moody, who's playing in the number 6 jumper, the skipper of the side today, when we last watched the side play, or when I last watched the side play, he was playing at hooker. So I'm quite excited to see him play more of a loose, expansive role in that number 6 jumper. But really exciting Michaelhouse outfit. We do have one player missing who was a standout as well. It's Tamsanqa Zakwe. He was playing outside centre a few weeks ago. He is injured, so he's not going to be featuring in this game today.
Looking at the Hilton side, well, they're pretty dynamic from 1 to 15. They've got a number of players who have been selected for the Academy Week side, but you must look at their number 10, Ron Volmans. He is the only player out of the 30 that have been selected today that is going to be going to the Craven Week in the next few weeks' time. A really good player, massive boot, and a good tactical kicker by the sounds of things. Looking at the front row, lefty... I get this one wrong every single time. Zagiriadis, Connor Holdsworth, and Chris Oliveira in the front row. Murray Schnell and Christian Klaassen, second row players. Murray Schnell, head of sport and the water polo captain. James Harvey, Tom Hamlin, and Mark Armstrong, the skipper, make up the back row. Mike Teichmann, nephew of Gary Teichmann, and Ron Volmans make up the outside halves. Carl Steenberg and Latisa Nele. Latisa Nele has been selected for the Academy Week side and has been selected for the SA 7s under 18 side. They're in the centres. On the wings, Josh Cox and Prince Matza. Both of them are the top try scorers, leading tied top try scorers with 8 tries. And then at the back, they've got Tabiso Dlamini. It's going to be an interesting matchup once again. Hilton have started games very well, and I know that just from previous games over the last few years, they've blown Michaelhouse out of the water early, and Michaelhouse have had to claw their way back. So that's going to be something that they're going to have to deal with. They're going to have to absorb early pressure and try and exert the pressure onto the Hilton side, but they are so well coached by Brad McLeod Henderson that it's going to be an incredibly tough ask.
Well, I love the two coaches, obviously Brad McLeod Henderson, and then for Michaelhouse, Ryan Strudwick. They're two men that have worked together closely with the Sharks. They've been involved in Super Rugby a couple of years ago. They're fantastic coaches. We know them personally. I know that they're not gonna want to give any either like a little bit of ascendancy in this game. They'll be both wanting to walk away from this one with a win. So there's not going to be much between these two teams. I'm pretty sure of that. But just before we do get underway with the game, we're going to keep quiet for a little bit and let you enjoy the pre-match rituals. We've got war cries coming up, and we'll just let you, watching at home, enjoy this.
You guys, why are we not allowed on the field?
What's this thing?
It's a microphone. Okay, come. Reason. Who's been there? I think we're just sitting on that.
There's so many people.
Stay standing, drop one.
To Michaelhouse.
Yo, kill that. That's scary. I think that was a bit too scary. Yeah, you turned down.
Just think I drew another one.
Craigie!
I don't know how to make the tunnel to first. We'll go ahead and mark those things like that.
No, I didn't get to know.
Well, the popular pageantry is over as Mark Armstrong leads his men out onto the field. Hilton College in their traditional white strip, running out onto Meadows. Some very interesting use of material and blazers there. A lot of time done in choreography and getting that right, because my goodness, it is impressive. Compared to what we tried to do some 15 years ago, we couldn't even spell eat. So they've come a long way since then. So it looks like through the melee of people that are on the field, Hilton College are going to be playing from left to right as we await the arrival of Michaelhouse. So Gareth, yeah, let's have a chat about that. That was impressive stuff.
It was impressive. Like you said, I know both schools put a lot of time and effort into the war cries, and it definitely has evolved over the years, Nick. I remember just spelling Michael and House was a difficult prospect, and you didn't want to be the one lifting your blazer at the wrong time. Now it's multicolored. Things are moving up and down. It's three-dimensional. It's really something else. And I still find it quite amazing that it takes a good 3 or 4 minutes to clear the pitch so we can actually get this rugby game underway. And the players running down the tunnel are dodging, youngsters and and adults alike as they're just trying to get onto the pitch for this main event.
Yeah, well, it seems like a bit of a dawdle to get off the pitch at the moment. A couple of young ladies who are in absolutely no rush to get off. Here we go. It's James Moody and his side taking a jog down the hill, coming from the gym. They'll take a sharp right-hand turn down the tunnel. And here they go. It's going to be a massive one for Michaelhouse. They've got it all to do today. They most definitely haven't come into this one as favourites as they head down the tunnel onto the pitch. You've got to watch out for that little flat section as you get down. You gain a bit of speed and then you get onto the flat section. I have seen a number of people come off second best down that bit there, but it seems like everyone's on the field safe and sound. So, nearly go time here at Meadows. Michaelhouse versus Hilton. The 202nd meeting of the two sides. incredible schoolboy rivalry, almost second to none, actually, in terms of the competitiveness of it. As we said earlier, 99 wins for Michaelhouse, 92 for Hilton College, and 10 draws. Michaelhouse have been on the receiving end of a number of losses in recent years. They're still searching for that 100th win. They're going to be playing from right to left, kicking off first. Very little breeze to speak of. It's actually a perfect winter's afternoon here in Balgowan.
And we did confirm the numbers before this. 6,000 people in attendance here in Balgowan.
Here we go. We're underway. The second 102nd meeting of Hilton Michaelhouse. Taken in well from Connor Holdsworth. Teichmann with the box kick. It's a good hanging kick. Ollerman does well to get up and take it. Hilton trying to flood through the breakdown. Michaelhouse securing it well. Oh, the pass doesn't go to hand. A bit of pressure here. Mike Moody does the cleaning up in the end. They're on their 22-meter line now, Michaelhouse. Poussin into the pocket. Ranging kick, but he hasn't found touch yet. Cox with opportunity to counter-attack. Good step from the winger. Steps two. Trips over his own feet by the looks of things. Nela to the right-hand side. Great burst from Zagiriadis. Teichmann to the right again. Taken up by Harvey. The penalty has gone the way of Hilton. Early opportunity here for points on the attack right in front of the sticks.
Yeah, it just looked like number 8 from Michaelhouse, Roland van der Berg, trying to get his hands on that ball as the tackle was made and just not releasing. Was the call from the referee. And Hilton wastes no time pointing at the post. They want to draw first blood early here.
Ron Volmans in the number 10 jumper is going to line up this first attempt at goal. Pretty much straight in front. Nervous start from Michaelhouse though, Gareth.
It was a bit nervous. They had obviously kicked off to Hilton and they managed to take back possession, but they were driven backwards into their own half and forced to kick. The exit from Poussin wasn't quite the best and gave Hilton another chance to burst into their half.
Volmans from about 27 or 28 meters out. That's a brilliant strike from the fly half. Splits the uprights and Hilton draw first blood here at Meadows. Just a couple minutes gone in this one and Hilton are on the board. 3-0 lead. Going to be worrying signs already early on for Michaelhouse. I think Volmans has got an educated boot off the tee and out of hand, so he's going to be a huge player for them. Speaking of huge players, Krista Oliveira is a unit. Michaelhouse restart. They go deep. Volmans in the pocket. He's got plenty time to kick a beauty down to Ollerman, who's done well. Inside to Moody. Beg your pardon. Taking it in is Van den Berg. Uncompromising run from the number 8. Ollerman, right-hand side. Hilton up well in defense. Versveld takes it into contact. Ollerman. Brendan Jewell taking it in just over the halfway line. Hilton trying to get over the ball, and they've managed to turn it over to Oliveira, comes away with it. Left-hand side. They've got numbers here if they want to use them. Matza. I beg your pardon, Nela taking it in. Teichmann wants it there. Take Zagiriadis again. Second carry of the game for him. D'Oliveira beats one. Eventually brought down in a tackle by Jamie Diebel. Volmans with a little grubber through into some space. That's a great kick from the fly half. Putting Michaelhouse under more pressure deep inside their 22.
Well, you did mention it, Nick. Christopher D'Oliveira is a massive unit. He must be at least 120 kgs. For a schoolboy, he really is big, and I'm sure Hilton are going to be going to him.
So first line out for Michaelhouse. They managed to win it. Bit scruffy, but they've won it. Moody to his brother. The skipper taking it into contact. They change direction here. Poussin on the left foot. Not his favoured foot, but he's kicked a beauty there, has the fullback. Taking play up towards the halfway line.
Yep, that's good. It's a nice exit play, actually. They flicked it off to Poussin, who had a lot more time. And even though he did go to the unfavoured left boot, got some good purchase on that kick.
Connor Holdsworth to feed the line out. First line out for Hilton College. Just inside the Michaelhouse half of the field. Uncontested. Off the top they go. Tashman looking for runners into the middle of the field. Volmans, he gets through some space. He's in a bit of space up towards the 22-meter line. Wasn't held, so he gets up and goes again. Tashman to the left. Cox on the touch line. Michaelhouse got to make tackles early. Hamlin taking it in now. There they go again. Skiriadis takes it. Brilliant run from the number 1, left-hand side. The show and go. Good work, James Harvey. Patient build up here. D'Oliveira always going to get over the gain line. Michaelhouse trying to flood through that one. It's still there for Hilton. Volmans. Steenberg getting his first touch of the ball. A jink and a jive, but the ball's been ripped out of his hand. Ref says it's gone backwards. It's still there for Hilton. Volmans in at scrum half. D'Oliveira with another carry. Tashman. The pop out the back to Volmans. Oh, but it hasn't been taken in by Nella. That's unfortunate. They might have had a little bit of space on the outside there, but good patient defending from Michaelhouse. They'll be encouraged by that little passage of defence.
Yeah, it really was actually good defence from Michaelhouse. We were talking about both of Hilton's props being big ball carriers for them, getting over the advantage line. Michaelhouse did well to get up quickly in defence, make those tackles, and then some good work at the breakdown there. We saw the skipper, James Moody, managing to pull for one ruck, and then a following ruck after that. The ball actually came loose as Michael Moody, his brother, managed to rip the ball out of a Hilton play. That's good defence from Michaelhouse. They need a lot more of that, though.
First scrum here of the day. Michaelhouse to feed. Brett Ollerman, man with ball in hand. The B blocker, or the grade 11 from Baines House. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. D'Oliveira is a man mountain. He's up against Reynard Pina on the near side.
He really is a big human. You look at him, as soon as he stands up again, he towers over everyone else in the pack. He's a massive schoolboy. I'm sure all the rugby unions will be lining up to get his signature on a piece of paper.
Reset here. Referee Msibi. It's gone down on the near side. We'll have a reset. It's difficult at scrum time when you have such a discrepancy in heights. So they've just got to find their happy medium. Could take a bit of time.
Well, we did mention that D'Oliveira is a lot bigger than the rest of the pack, so it actually creates a really sort of uneven object in that whole front row there, just by the height difference alone. It must be difficult to scrum. And go again.
Putting the squeeze on Hilton, trying to get the tight head, but it's popped out there for Ollerman. Michaelhouse have managed to keep the ball. Big pressure though from Hilton in that first scrum. Worrying times by the looks of things. The pick and go down the short side. No meters gained. Ollerman's now back out. He's going to box kick this one. Goes to the air, but it's gone straight out into touch. So we're going to come back for a line out. Difficult time there for Michaelhouse at the scrum. It's a bit reminiscent of what happened against Kearsney College. They were put under the pump early doors at scrum time, and they didn't quite recover. Hilton going to a shortened line out. Holdsworth to feed. Christian Klaassen, the man. Armstrong, the number 8. Big carry from the skipper. Tackled by his opposite captain. Hamlin now with the carry. Hilton just trying to get over the gain line, carry by carry here. Left they go. Armstrong, Volmans. Quick hands, but unfortunately for Khumalo, he can't hold on. So it's advantage Hilton. They still have the ball. Tashman, Hamlin with another carry. Industrious start for the number 7. Zagiriadis beats one tackle. Tashman, Volmans, patient here from Kersney. Nela taking on defenders. Up towards the 22-meter line. More forward runners in the middle of the field. Murray Schnell taking it into contact. It's a good tackle from Mike Moody. Michaelhouse with the counter ruck here. It's good work from the forwards. They might have driven over this one. The scrum's going to go the way of Hilton College going forward. There's a call from the referee.
Oh, that's some good work at the breakdown here as we take a look at this. Khumalo nearly getting this intercept. If he had gotten that in his hands, I think he was all in.
Yeah, it was good night, Nurse. He is lightning quick. Kwanele Khumalo.
Another scrum to test Michaelhouse here.
They've had very little possession so far in this one. Hilton College dominating possession and territory so far. Mike Tashman to feed. They've got Prince Matza right behind the scrum, who's broken down the blind side now. Armstrong to the right. Tashman taking it in. A bigger part of that's Dlamini in the head gap. The fullback. D'Oliveira on the short one. That's a brilliant tackle in the end. Well played there from JC Olofse. Hilton around the back. Volmans has taken in a tackle, but he gets the ball away. This is danger here. Nella into some space. The grubber through. Turning the Michaelhouse defenders, but it's a good bounce. A lucky bounce. But the trip now under big pressure here. Michaelhouse just a couple meters out from their own line. Oleman. Khumalo with the relieving kick.
It's a good one as well from Khumalo. That was a nice kick from Nela, just turning.
The quick pass there. And Dlamini caught in the tackle. We just lacked a bit of bite, that attack from Hilton. The right idea. Here they go, shortened line out once again. Right to the back they go, but it's gone over the top. Volmans has done well to clean up. Still there for Hilton. Tashman. Zagiriadis carried well so far in this one. Pick and go from Armstrong. Good drive from the number 8. Looks like they're going to keep it amongst the forwards here. Right towards the line. There goes to Oliveira. Still getting over the gain line. Holdsworth. Good defending. Taken back in the tackle. Zagiriadis to the open side he goes. Michaelhouse patient on defense here. James Harvey with a pick and go. Michaelhouse trying to get themselves over this one. Still there.
James Moody's got his hands on it, but can't get the turnover.
Still there for Hilton. Another pick and go. 4 meters out now. Big pressure on Michaelhouse's defense. Zagiriadis with the pick and go, getting on the outside, but he looks like he might be held up. He is held up. So we're going to go back. It's a penalty to Hilton. Offsides at the breakdown is the call from referee Msibi.
You have a look here. He was telling. It was number 5, Olofse, who was just offside there. Michaelhouse creeping up offside because of all those pick and goes.
It's a
really
brilliant,
under the cosh.
A brilliant attacking opportunity here for Hilton. Middle of the field, 5 meters out. They're going to go for the scrum. They've got both sides to work with here. They've split the back line. Volmans is standing in behind the scrum, or pushing up to the right-hand side a bit. On his outside is Tabiso Dlamini and Prince Matza out on this near touchline. And then lining up on the left are the centers and Josh Cox. It's there for Armstrong. He picks and goes to number 8. Good drive, and he is in. No, he's not. It's a penalty. He goes the way of Michaelhouse.
Can't believe it, actually.
Brilliant drive from the number 8. Really quick off the base. Went for the line.
Have a look at this. He jumped straight over the defender there.
Mike Moody getting in the way, and the double movement is the call. So Michaelhouse off the hook here. They're spending a lot of time deep inside their own half of the field. Need to get their hands on the ball for a bit longer. Shorten line out is the option. Going with the 3-man. Line out win, but it's scrappy. Ollerman can't pick it up. It's bounced free. Olofsson, though, manages to get it back. Hilton trying to get over the ball, but it's still there for Ollerman. The clearance kick comes through. That's not a bad one in the end. That's a brilliant kick, actually, with such a tight angle to work with. He's taken play probably about 8 meters short of the halfway line.
That was scrappy from Michaelhouse. You can see they're just trying to speed it up at the set pieces, and just wasn't clean ball for Ollerman, and it put them on the back foot. It's not how they want to be playing their rugby.
Hilton trying to go all the way to the back, but it's popped over the top. Inside ball, Moody up towards the halfway line. Michaelhouse with their first opportunity, but Vilmans might have ripped it away. No, it's still there. Ollerman to the right-hand side. Jewel with another carry. They just need a sustained period with the ball, but it looks like Hilton have turned this one over. Yes, they have. Great work on the ground. Dlamini. He tries to take on the defender, but he's scragged in a tackle behind the gain line. Ball still there for Hilton. D'Oliveira. Tashman to the right-hand side. Matza into the hands of Nela. Taking in a good tackle. Michaelhouse trying to drive to the line, and they have taken it over the touchline. So Hilton College getting over the ball brilliantly, making the turnover. So there's a lot to worry about for Michaelhouse. Nearly 16 and a half into this one. Right to the back they go. Brilliant line out this time. Ollerman looking for runners. Ball out into the middle of the field. Taken in by Toby Versveld. Met by the defender, but he's done well. No. Holding on is the call. Not committing enough men to the breakdown and not being clinical enough at the breakdown.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Michaelhouse just trying to speed it up at all those set pieces, and it almost looked as if that one came out of that set piece so quickly that they didn't have any willing runners coming onto the ball, and shifted it out into the midfield. Versveld was isolated, and it's a turnover for Hilton, and they've pointed to the post once again. Vilmans, who is the only player selected for Craven Week out of these 30 on the field, will have a shot at goal. Once again, Jono Short from my year, 2008. Jono, how's it? Watching all the way from Kwandwe Private Game Reserve in the Eastern Cape. You guys can keep those messages coming through using that hashtag SSL Rugby, and we'll try our best to give you some shout outs throughout the game.
Vilmans with an easy one to start, and now this one is significantly more difficult. Probably about 47 meters out. But if the rumors are true, he should have more than enough distance on this one. The man selected for Craven Week coming up soon. Oh no, it's a terrible strike. Put the mockers on him, a bit of a voorvoer in the end. Michaelhouse decide to run it back and then clear their lines.
I think he's just guilty of trying to kick that one too hard, Nick. It was a long way out, 47 meters, I think you're about right, as the crow flies, and he just tried to give it a huge kick, and it stayed very low.
Yeah. Holdsworth again. It's a good line out for Hilton. Armstrong, he's carried strongly so far in this one. Tashman with quick ball. Hamlin taking it into contact. Tashman once again. Zagariadis beats one, getting well over the gain line. Been a big runner for them so far. Vilmans. Dlamini into the tram lines. Up towards the 22. Tashman. D'Oliveira with another carry. Michaelhouse trying to get over this one. But it's advantage penalty to Hilton.
I have to say, Michaelhouse have been very guilty of that throughout the first 20 minutes of this game. They're making tackles and they're lying all over the ball, or they're just not able to get out of the way quickly enough. And I feel like Hilton probably should have had a couple more penalties than they already have.
Volmans is going to go to the corner. About 10 meters out here are Hilton. Another attacking opportunity. The line-out hasn't fired quite as yet for the men in white. Holdsworth. Michaelhouse with 2 pods here. In it goes. It's a scrappy one. Sigiriadis. Great drive from the number 1. Teichmann. To Oliveira. They're standing off him. It's still there for Hilton. Teichmann with a show. He's gone. He's over. The scrum off is in. The referee is not too sure. No try.
Everyone's standing over him. I'm not sure he's made a decision yet. No,
I think
it's
it
not a try.
Might have been a knock on there. Or the ref is going to go over word with his assistant on the far side.
It looked like a try to me, Nick.
I thought he was in for all money.
It was Teichmann, a scrum off, who just had the little dart and looked like he got over the line, but James Moody was looming all over him, and they both stood up together, so I'm not sure.
Try time.
There you go.
There we go. Well deserved for Hilton College. They've been all over Michaelhouse in the start of this one. Teichmann with the little show and go. Brilliant work from the scrum off. They'd been giving the ball air. And then he just decided to have a little snipe. There we go. Standing off to Oliveira. Michaelhouse shifting out. Good little snipe from the scrum off. And over he went on the line. That's a try.
No doubt about that one. And that's it, 10-0 up. We're rock and rolling it, but we know what the referee's call was. It was a try.
It's a nice hanging restart here. Kumalo with an opportunity, but it's bounced well into the hands of Olufsa. Michaelhouse with their first opportunity in the Hilton 22. It's a wrestle in there. Gavin Fienstra manages to win it back. With an attacking opportunity here, Michaelhouse. Good defending, Hilton College. It's great work on defense, not letting them get over the gain line. Moody taking it to the line. It's ripped away, but the penalty is going to go the way of Michaelhouse. Their first opportunity here to get some points if they want to go for it.
Having a little discussion here, trying to figure out what they're going to do. James Moody, the skipper, has pointed towards the posts. Took a long time for Hilton to breach the Michaelhouse try line, so looks like the Michaelhouse boys are taking a measured approach. Let's get some points on the board.
Try and work their way back into this one. James Gush, the number 11, is the man who has been entrusted with the kicking duties. Head of Founders House. This will be a confidence booster for the men in red and white if Gush can open their account here. It's a good strike. It's a good one. He picks the tee up, and that's 3 points. Michaelhouse on the board. They'll be happy with that. The first time they get down into the Hilton 22, they manage to get themselves some points. So just under 12 minutes to go in the first half here. Hilton leading 10 points to 3. Volmans with the restart. He's coming to the open side. It's a great kickoff from the fly half. It just made the 10-meter line. But Michaelhouse have managed to clean it up. Ollerman. Jewel. It's ripped away again. That's great work from Hilton, and that's gone backwards. So on the attack once again. Teichmann. De Oliveira. Jewel making a good tackle. Big carry again Zagiriadis taking the ball into the 22 here. Nella finds a bit of space on the outside, the wide floating ball. Josh Cox unable to hold on. Would have been an absolute Hail Mary of a pass.
Michaelhouse have taken this quickly.
Here they go. It's interesting. It could fall into some space here. No, brilliant work from Dlamini. Coming forward well. Brave take from the fullback. Another carry from the forwards. Connor Holdsworth. Michaelhouse might be outnumbered on the out wide here. Nella again taking on defenders. Brilliant ball into the hands of Cox. Cox gets out of one tackle. Beats Kumalo. Ball still there. Harvey, the man who's been responsible for a number of rips in the tackle. Teichmann, Zagiriadis. Moody has got his hand on that, but I think it was a penalty anyway for offsides. They've been guilty of that on a number of occasions. Here we go. Just looking at Nella getting himself on the outside and the wide ball. Cox unfortunately couldn't hold on. But Hilton have an opportunity now to cancel out the 3 points that Michaelhouse scored just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I think just looking at the way Michaelhouse have played in the last 5 minutes, whenever they do get possession, they don't have players running onto the ball. They're all sort of standing static. And perhaps in the second half, they're just going to have to think more about actually kicking the ball downtown, playing the territory game and trying to pin Hilton in their own half.
Well, the miss is a thing of the past for Ruan Volmans as he adds the 3 points, restoring Hilton's 10-point advantage. 13 points to 3, the lead. Michaelhouse with all of the questions to answer so far on this one. It's a deeper restart. Good chase in the end from Kumalo. Hilton in their 22. Volmans goes to the open side. That is a fairly prodigious boot. Gush on the inside here. Vandenberg is a little bit isolated. A number of Hilton defenders there. Ollerman with the box. It's gone. It's anyone's ball, but it's come back on the Michaelhouse side. Good work from Gavin Fienstra in the end. Moody up over the 10-meter line. Ollerman looking for runners. A little bit reluctant, but Crampton takes it in. Slow ball here for Michaelhouse. Moody into the middle of the field. They go. De Oliveira's trying to get himself over that one. The penalty has gone the way of Michaelhouse. Hilton guilty of not rolling away on the ground.
Once again, a discussion going on here. I think Michaelhouse might kick for the corner. Set up a line out. No, they're going to have a shot at goal, which isn't a bad idea. But I would have liked to have seen them kick for the corner and score a try and reduce this to a 3-point game.
Love a bit of enterprising rugby, but this is probably the sensible option. Not an easy kick by any stretch of the imagination for James Gush. Very similar to Ruan Volmans' attempt. Just the reciprocal. It's very quiet around here. There's a bit of a hush through the stands and on the other side with the boys at the moment. Has he got the legs? I don't think he has. No, it's short. Dlamini, to the left they go. Hilton with an opportunity to run it. Cox taking them on. But he's not lost it forward. It's there for Michaelhouse now. Moody with the ball. Penalty, Michaelhouse. So enterprising Hilton College deciding to have a crack from deep inside their 22. Decision time now.
They're calling Cox. Gush rather, across. And they're going to kick for the corner this time. It's a lot easier to get them in there for a driving maul.
The lineout has been fairly productive. I know coming into this one, there were concerns around the lineout for Michaelhouse. They had been battling, but they've got an opportunity to attack here. First real attacking opportunity from a set piece. Shortened lineout is the call. We don't have a ball at the moment, so...
Well, we've seen Michaelhouse play a lot of really quick lineouts. As soon as they get the ball, they chuck it in. Now they've got it here. It's taking a little bit longer. Pat Smythe, loving the commentary. Nice to know you're watching.
So they've got it, have Michaelhouse here. Up to the 5-meter line they go. Crowd really getting in behind them now. Fienstra takes it to ground. Ollerman looking for runners. Jewel once. It's a good tackle. Going down by the bootlaces. Volmans trying to get over the ball. Moody with the pick and go. The crowd starting to come to life here. They're going to keep it nice and tight. To the short side. Jewel again.
And Michaelhouse backs have wrapped around that right-hand side.
Come to the open side. Moody. Daly. Kumalo beats one. He's over. No, he isn't. A few centimeters short. Pousson. Oh, the pass doesn't get into the hands of Gush. He's isolated now. Michaelhouse unable to get over it, but they're going to come back for the penalty. Kumalo looks like he wants to go quickly.
He's chasing referee MCB all the way back. He's
he does.
taking it quick.
Oh, but he's lost it forward. Absolute sacrilege.
Can you believe it? And that's about the most attacking rugby we've seen Michaelhouse play all afternoon. It was good play as well. Their backs wrapped around to the right while their forwards had done all the hard yards, and then they shifted around to the left, and Kumalo made a huge surge. I thought he just got over the line, but he hadn't. And
It was a patient build-up here from Michaelhouse using the forwards, and they used this to good effect against Kersney, going over Matza. But Hilton College not out of the woods here. Big defensive scrum needed.
Just wasn't a great pass out to Gush there. He was a bit flat, arguably, on attack as well. And here's Kumalo's little blunder. Even if it didn't look like it quite went forward, any little knock-on like that is always going to be called a knock-on.
It's coach killer, that. James Fleming and Ryan Strudwick would be tearing their hair out behind the posts.
Just can't blame the boys though. You little rush of blood to the head. You've just made a big charge. You want to be the man to get your side over the line, and just took his eyes off the prize, sadly. We've had a bit of a break in play. I'm not quite sure why. There's a lot of discussion going on there.
Now there were a couple words being thrown around from both sides, so maybe the ref's just calming things down a bit.
Watching from Switzerland with Sophia. Geneva, we've got lots of viewers over in Europe.
It's the United Nations. Brilliant stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you keep in touch with us. Hashtag SSL Rugby. Here we go, Hilton with a big defensive scrum needed. It's there for Teichmann. Into the pocket for Volmans. It's a brilliant kick from the fly half. Cool, calm and collected. Top work from Volmans. Great pass from Teichmann into the pocket. And Hilton with a brilliant clearance.
Oh, fantastic stuff. Turn Kumalo, he didn't even have a chance to catch it and take a quick throw, completely straight over his head. But so, another good attacking opportunity for Michaelhouse here.
Fienstra and Crampton, the two men that have been the go-to at line-out time so far. All the way to the back, but it doesn't look like it's straight, and it isn't.
It just floated across to the Michaelhouse side there. It started off straight, but it's a wasted opportunity with a little under a minute left in this half to play.
That is absolutely gutting. I know the feeling. Perfect attacking platform, and the throw just goes awry.
And you would have been the man throwing it in, Nick.
Unfortunately.
The guilty party there.
That is a coach killer, I think, at the end of the day. Nearly as bad as the knock-on of the quick tap, but Hilton with the scrum feed inside their own half. Just a couple seconds to go. Volmans, he's going to put it on the left boot. That's turning Khumalo. That's a good kick from the fly half. It's a great kick in the end from the fly half. Good bounce and rolling into touch. So
it's just showing off his skills, really. He's a right-footed kicker, putting it onto that left foot, that left boot.
Foot and boot. So Michaelhouse have gone quickly here. They want one last crack before half-time. Skipper taking it into contact. Oleman, not entirely sure. Pousson, that's a good kick. He's found some real estate. Has the fullback. Dlamini taken by Khumalo in a tackle into touch. That should be the last play of the half by the looks of things. The clock's up here on the screen and at the ground. But it's all up to the referee. No, it looks like we're going to play.
I'll have one more shot at it.
It's Michaelhouse line out. Big opportunity here. Diebel to feed. It's a good line out from Diebel. He's thrown well except for that one. That was unfortunate. Ranging out wide here. Go Michaelhouse. Pousson into the line, but he can't hold on to it. So the advantage to Hilton. And I think that is going to bring the curtain down on the first half. Unless the referee's watch is broken.
There's an injury as well. He hasn't blown for half-time just yet. It was a nice attacking move from Michaelhouse. They shifted it all the way down the left-hand side. Pousson joining the line at pace. Just as he cut back in and was tackled, I think someone dislodged the ball from his hands. But it's better stuff from Michaelhouse. You can see they're speeding it up at the set pieces, especially the line-out, working it out quickly into space. That's the kind of rugby that they're going to have to play if they want to beat this Hilton side, who have been dominant.
Well, I think we might carry on playing. It's Andrew Daly that is down. It's been an unfortunate season for the centre. He broke his collarbone in the first practice of the season. Just making his way back now. Can also play at fullback.
What is going on outside now?
Well, I'm not sure what is happening here because we've had a lot of time over.
Looks like they're looking at his head. Maybe he's having a quick ding-dong test there. Referee MCB's gone over. He's trying to find out what's going on. I think he wants to keep play running here. Yeah, they're going to take Daly off. He might have some blood on the nose. You can see he's holding... He's got cotton wool all over his face there.
Brilliant to see people from all over the globe taking this one in. Incredible rivalry, two incredible schools taking each other on across a day of sport. Hilton College came out on top in the hockey. They won that one 4-2. And with 35 minutes left in this one, it'll be interesting to see how we finish here. Big scrum needed from Michaelhouse. They've held their own so far at scrum time. Mike Teichmann to feed. D'Oliveira getting a good shove on there. Deep into the pocket for Volmans, who's going to knock it into the crowd. Waiting for a Falcon. Not to be. So that's it. Half time here at Meadows. Hilton College have had most of the play, most of the possession and the territory. They lead this one 13-3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a bit.
beside him knocked on the door. The hyena jumped onto the bed and pulled the
Boys are coming here today to teach our learners to read.
In the Three Little Pigs, what was the house made of that the wolf could not blow down?
And it's combined, it's English and it's Zulu. That is helping them to understand much better the story. At the same time, enhancing their understanding of English.
Yippee, said the pigs, dancing with joy. That's the end of the big bad jackal.
Boys, every week there's options for community partnership. There'll be a few boys that go out to schools, maybe help with homework, help with reading, play sport with them. They just do it to help the community around them.
I think it's very good for us as a learning situation. Just learning the community and how they deal with their everyday lives and how privileged we are to be at Michaelhouse.
Michaelhouse Community Partnership Trust was formed by Michaelhouse about 10 years ago, coming after the need for support in the Zenzani village with healthcare, and that project still continues today. And we're now looking more at a focus on education, supporting schools and partnering with schools between Lions River and Moy River, really trying to improve the literacy of children who attend those schools. One of our priority projects this year is Asetutuke Combined School. Unfortunately, the Department of Education classified it as dysfunctional last year, and we are trying our very best to partner with them to improve the learning environment at the school. These funds that are raised will go towards improving Asetutuke Combined School's infrastructure. So you can help the Michaelhouse Community Partnership Trust by adding Michaelhouse Community Partnership Trust as a beneficiary on your My School card that you can get from Woolworths. Or you can donate through the Zapper SnapScan codes we have displayed around Michaelhouse and online on our Facebook page. Your business can also donate towards our projects and will be issued with a Section 18A certificate.
Well, welcome back to Meadows for the start of the second half here between Hilton and Michaelhouse. Hilton leading this one 13-3 at the break. They've had a lot of the possession and a lot of the territory and might be a little bit disappointed that they don't have more points. But Michaelhouse have hung in there, had a good opportunity right at the back end of the first half to hit back and get themselves into this one. Unfortunately, the accuracy letting them down. But it's going to be another enthralling 35 minutes of rugby. There is one change for Michaelhouse. Andrew Daly had to leave the field with blood on his nose, so he's been replaced. Hilton are going to restart, playing from right to left. Ruan Vilmans with the kickoff. It's a good one. Kumalo once. Well taken by the winger. Good defending by Hilton. Big Oliveira in there. Mark Armstrong looks like he fell strangely, and he's down, the skipper. Michaelhouse running it up towards the touchline, and then the kick goes down into the hands of Dlamini. Good opportunity for Hilton to attack here. Vilmans taking it to the line. Mark Armstrong is down. It looks like Cornelia Kumalo is down too. That's a knock-on. Mark Armstrong fell very awkwardly at that ruck.
Oh, they're testing that knee. As referee Msibi's blown for a knock-on. I don't think he's quite realized that two players are down in back play. He's taking a look now. But, yeah, Mark Armstrong, Hilton's captain, off that kickoff. It just looks like he landed awkwardly on his right foot. And has probably done his knee a little bit. He is back on his feet. While Cornelia Kumalo is the Michaelhouse player who took the ball into contact off that kickoff, and he was met by a wall of white defenders. And Christopher D'Oliveira got hold of him as well. Biggest man on the field. Cornelia is still down. Looking a bit more worrying than it is for Hilton skipper Armstrong. I think they're checking Kumalo's head there. He is still lying flat on the ground. So we could have a little bit of a lengthy break in play here while they just check if he's okay.
Mark Armstrong has got that left ankle heavily strapped too. And now the right knee is getting a bit of attention. It looks like he'll be good to carry on though.
It's the end of the season, Nick. Always carrying injuries by the end of everything.
Mark Armstrong's got the Academy Week to play. He represented KZN at the Academy Week last season, so might have been slightly disappointed that he didn't make the step up to the Craven Week side. Also interesting to note that this is Anthony Clark, the new rector of Michaelhouse. This will be his first Hilton Michaelhouse that he's been a part of.
Yes. He's only recently just come on board at the school. Paul Fleischak was acting rector for quite a while. I guess he's handed over the torch.
Anthony Clark coming with a huge reputation.
Good news in back players. Cornelia Kumalo is sitting up, so I don't think there's going to be a stretch or anything like that. I think they were just giving him a full-on concussion test. He is coming off the pitch, though, with some ice on his neck.
Just
no, he's good. He's fine.
Just shaking.
He's up, and he's rejoining his side. As you'll see on the left of your pitch right now. There he goes. Joins the huddle.
Colin Ogilvie from sunny Mauritius, backing the Hilton boys. I just read a comment now. Hilton were calmly efficient in that first half. I think that was a very good way of describing how they played. There was never any panic, even on defense where they were deep inside their own 22. They made sure that they made their hits. Good, solid, uncompromising hits. That's what they've been doing all game so far. Scrum down. We're back underway. Michaelhouse have the feed. Ollerman. Good scrum from Hilton. Vandenberg is under a bit of pressure at the back, but he gets it back. To the air they go. On to Dlamini. Plenty time. Gets around Kumalo. Good work from the fullback. Tashman. Sigiriadis with his first run of the second half. Tashman. Good hands from Vilmans. Kicks to the open side. Great line of defense there from Hilton. A solid white line coming up on defense. But brilliant work from Ollerman by the looks of things. The scrum half has done well there, breaking through the defensive line. Right they go. Goose step. Show and go. The flick out of the back door, but it doesn't go to hand. Into touch it goes. A little bit more enterprising. Playing with slightly more confidence by the looks of things are the Michaelhouse boys.
Yeah, definitely. With ball in hand, they're actually starting to have a crack back in themselves to take the ball up into contact. It's encouraging signs.
Jamie Diebel to feed. Oh, good take in the end from Nick Crampton. Wanting to set up the maul. D'Oliveira swimming around the side of that one. He's been told to get out of there. Crampton in the maul with his gum guard in hand. Don't see that very often. They've got it to the left. Not a great pass. Hacked forward from Hilton. Anything can happen here. Michaelhouse have got to get back and secure this one. They have done so by the looks of things. Into the pocket they go. Kumalo in a bit of space. Oh, but his kick goes straight into touch. It's been a case of Michaelhouse's pass is not going to hand, not accurate enough.
That was just, brutally honest, it was a poor pass from Ullerman to his flav. Put him under all sorts of pressure, and then the ball was hacked through. One mistake like that, and you're 20 meters downfield.
A shortened line out is the option here for Hilton. To the front. Sigiriadis with the pop down, but he's taken it inside the 5 meter line. Is a call from referee Msibi. So free kick, Michaelhouse. A bit of a let off there.
Remember when we were at school, they had changed the rules, so if you got a free kick like this, you could take a quick tap and just go. And we used to do it a lot.
Enterprising rugby. Been an interesting 7 minutes so far in this one.
There we go. So it is a short arm, so he's tapped it and then put it to boot.
Goes for the Gary Owen. It's anyone's ball. Crampton chasing up. Cox can't hold on for Hilton. It's there for Michaelhouse. Ullerman. Good hard run from Jewel. Haven't seen a lot of Reynard Pienaar so far. Here he goes. The big number 1. But he's lost the ball. Penalty goes the way of Michaelhouse.
Kumalo wanted to get his hands on the ball and have another quick tap.
They have been good at ripping the ball in contact, have Hilton so far in this one.
So a quick little bit of deliberation. And looks like James Gush will kick for the corner. There's only 10 points in this game. So 1 try and Michaelhouse are right back in it.
Gush's kick taking play just short of the 22. Another solid attacking platform here for Michaelhouse to work off. It looks like they've got their full complement back. They go right to the back. It's popped over. Crampton does the cleaning up. Good work from the number 7. Solid clean out. Slow ball here. Ullerman to the left, he wants to go. Jewel fends off one. Ullerman again. Stepping on the inside. Pousson. Ullerman. Versveld. Had precious few opportunities. Penalty again. Ref's going to have a word here. Yellow card by the looks of things.
It is.
It's the skipper, Mark Armstrong, who's going to spend a couple minutes on the naughty chair.
Not quite sure what that was for, Nick.
I think he's gone in and ripped the ball in contact where the player was on the ground. And I think they've been guilty of it on a few occasions so far in this second half. Let's have a look here. Armstrong makes the tackle.
This is the play before.
The next phase here, the step. Ooh. Bit of a shoulder and then the rip.
100% correct, Nick. Can't do that. You've got to release the player.
Attacking chance here. 6 meters out. Old school Diebel calling the line outs. Crampton wants, but it's great steal from Klaassen. Still under pressure here, Hilton. Daly taking it into contact inside the 22 now. Ullerman to the right-hand side. Jewel with another big run. Been full of energy today. Getting over the gain line there, slowly but surely, making the yards. The skipper wants to have a go. Knees on the ground there, so it's a tackle. Oliman again. Moody. Oh, Volmans with the interception. Big chase on here. Pousson with it. Volmans has got it. Going.
What a tackle.
Gets a pop away. Brilliant work. Latisa Nele getting in for the score. What a last-ditch tackle. But the presence of mind from Roan Volmans to find the support. And great work from Nela. Right on hand to get over. Read it like a book here.
Moody with the inside pass, and Volmans just getting in between the man and the ball. And he showed excellent place, but how about the chase from Pousson? Just getting his ankle. But the offload on point. Fantastic try, Hilton. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Fantastic stuff. It's a pity for Michaelhouse. They were on the attack. They were looking confident, but that was telegraphed. What a great try. Nela in support. Just goes to show you can't assume that the man who's made the intercept is going to run the full 80 himself. You need to chase up and give him the support he needs.
Volmans, the man who started it all, to add the extra 2. And he does so. So 20 points to 3 now. That lead balloons. A try like that can be heartbreaking for the players. Big effort needed now from the Michaelhouse men. It's a high hanging restart. It's a good one. Good work there. Great stuff from James Harvey. Tashman goes to the boot, giving his wings an opportunity to try and win this one back. It's been knocked forward from Michaelhouse, but gone over the touchline, so it's going to be a scrum down. Hilton ball by the looks of things, I think.
Yep, James Gush just couldn't take that ball down. I must say, I think the chat behind the post there would have been for Michaelhouse to keep things calm. They were in Hilton's half. They were playing good rugby on attack, and just obviously an intercept is always disheartening because it gives the opposition 7 points, 7 easy points. So Michaelhouse just need to stay calm, work their way back into Hilton's half, keep playing the rugby that they've been playing. Certainly not over just yet.
It's going to take a monumental effort. Tashman to feed the scrum right up against the far touchline. Still down to 7 men in the scrum there. Volmans, skip pass. Nela, the try scorer. Ball into the hands of Dlamini. Suspiciously forward, but he gets a pass away. Cox now taken into touch.
What a run from Tabiso Dlamini, Hilton's fullback. Scything through the line. I love an angle like that from a fullback.
Penalty, Michaelhouse. So Moody's trying to go with the quick line out, and it looks like Tashman has just gone and knocked it down. So bit of a get out of jail free card there. Just seemed a bit easy though for Hilton, that backline move.
It did. Michaelhouse had to scramble there, and Hilton just ran out of space, to be honest. Otherwise, I think it would have been a pretty straightforward try.
Short line out is the call. To the front they go. Oliman under a bit of pressure. Scrum half has done well though. It's there. D'Oliveira with a massive drive through there. He's getting some help from Tashman. The advantage has gone the way of Hilton. Penalty. D'Oliveira putting his big rig in that ruck.
He's a big man. He's definitely over 120 kgs, D'Oliveira. There were 3 Michaelhouse boys in that ruck, and he just powered right over them. Michaelhouse just losing concentration at the most inopportune times, giving Hilton some vital chances here.
And they've got another opportunity to set up a driving maul. Dominant forward pack. Holdsworth to feed the line out. It's gone right over the back though. Volmans manages to clean it up. He's driving towards the line. Just a meter short. Tashman. D'Oliveira met in a tackle. You're not really going to stop him, but that's good work in defense. Ball still there for Hilton. They could just go straight up the guts here. Taking it is Harvey. Michaelhouse resolute on defense. Penalty goes the way of Hilton. Couldn't get over the line there, but they've got another crack here.
Oh, and you'll just back D'Oliveira to...
You'll back him to get... Oh, they've gone to the open side. Harvey again. It's still there. Oh, the knock on Volmans. Right hand side. Good drive again. Still there for Hilton.
I think
no advantage.
We might see a card here, Nick, for that deliberate knockdown.
I think we could quite easily. We are.
Referee
to the pocket he goes.
There's nothing to discuss here. You can't do that. Definitely not in the red zone like that.
It's Mike Moody, the fly half, that has got himself 10 minutes to cool off.
Michaelhouse just in all sorts of trouble here. They're defending their line desperately, and desperate times call for desperate measures, and Mike Moody stuck his hand out at the wrong time. He would have known immediately that he was going to be spending some time in the naughty chair. And I'm actually quite surprised by this call, Nick. They've just gotten a one-man overlap and they've decided for a shot at goal.
Very interesting call.
They've had the ascendancy at scrum time. I would have asked for a set scrum. If you're not going to power over the Michaelhouse pack, you've got to overlap in the backs. But Volmans has been pretty trusty with that boot, so I think they're just backing him to put some points on the board, put some more distance between them and the hosts.
The old mouth guard in the sock trick.
That's where I used to put it.
Rowan Volmans. It's commanded play in the 10 shirt for Hilton today. This should be a formality. And he drills it through the center. So 20-point advantage now for Hilton College.
I think the ascendancy, especially up front, is just starting to show here. Hilton's forwards constantly getting over the advantage line. Michaelhouse spending a lot of time defending.
The restart looks like it's gone too long, and it has. Another coach killer.
That's not going to help their cause. No doubt Hilton will ask for a scrum at halfway. And now Michaelhouse have an overlap to defend. It's not getting any easier for the men in the red and white stripes.
In all my days, I don't think I've ever seen someone take a re-kick off that option.
Nope. We always go for that centre scrum. Gives you attacking opportunities both sides. I have no doubt that Hilton are definitely going to use that right-hand short side. They've got a good 40 meters to work with down there.
Still only 7 men in the scrum. So that's a bit of an advantage for Michaelhouse. They have an extra defender in the back line. To the left they go. Volmans, good hands. Short pass. Steenberg taking it into contact. Hasn't had a lot of the ball today. Volmans ranging runners out wide. Cox can't keep hold of it. So the knock on. Michaelhouse get the scrum. So Hilton are back to 15 now. And there seems to be a change, I think, for the Michaelhouse side. Not entirely sure what position it is.
There we go. So it's Jamie Diebel, the hooker, coming off. James Moody will move to hooker. And I think that they've just brought someone a bit more mobile on to operate on the side of the scrum there. Michaelhouse in possession. A long way to go to Hilton's try line.
They've only sniffed it on a few occasions so far today. Good scrum from Michaelhouse in the end. Orleman looking for runners. Kumalo hitting the line at pace. He's got through. Taking on the defenders. Brilliant tackle from Dlamini. But he's back on his feet, Kumalo. Gets a pass away. Taking it in as Versveld. It's still there for Michaelhouse. Oh, but Brandon Jewell, who has been so good with ball in hand today, cannot hold on.
And that's unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. Michaelhouse were looking so good on attack there. Kumalo, the bulldozing run up the midfield.
Absolute
and
jet boots.
He's actually left someone down injured in back play with that run through the Hilton midfield. Not quite sure who it is that is down on the pitch there, but he's getting a lot of medical attention. Does look quite serious. And that was promising stuff from Michaelhouse. Just as they recycled that ball, everyone was running onto it. And like you said, Brandon Jewell, who's played so well for Michaelhouse, he's made lots of carries today, lots of tackles, just coughing that one up when you would have expected him to just take it cleanly.
What a day, though. What a spectacle the Hilton Michaelhouse is. I don't think that it can be compared to any other schoolboy rivalry.
Well, we've been to plenty of big schoolboy derbies. I actually haven't been to any in the Eastern Cape or anything like that. But having been involved in and watched many of the KZN derbies, I don't think it gets bigger than Hilton Michaelhouse. Just on the day, I mean, we've got 6,000 people here at Balgowan, packed around Meadows Field. It's not a lot of space. If you can find a couple of meters of clear ground, I think you'll be pretty lucky. Everyone packs around for this fixture. It's a big one.
Really unfortunate to see here. One of the Hilton College players is going to be going off here.
And we are trying to figure out who it is. Can't quite tell at this moment. But obviously all the precautions being taken, as they always are when it comes to schoolboy rugby. In fact, he hasn't been taken off the pitch. I thought they were going to get a stretcher out to just take all the precautions. He's up on his feet.
I think it's Ruan Volmans, the man who was receiving all the attention. No, I beg your pardon, it's not. Volmans is receiving attention in the back there.
It might have been Carl Steenberg,
I think it is.
The inside centre. Just as Kumalo flew into contact there, I think Steenberg might have just got his head on the wrong side of the action there. And
looking a bit groggy as he walks up the tunnel here.
He's all right though. He's waving to the crowd as he's coming up the tunnel. He's looking good. And a round of applause for the youngster. He's played well today.
Been uncompromising defensively in the middle of the field there for Hilton. Time to switch back on. Players and supporters alike. Hilton with a defensive scrum about 15 meters from, I beg your pardon, about 10 meters from their own 22-meter line. And Volmans with that huge raking boot, turning the Michaelhouse defenders, but it's well taken by Poussin. The wide skip ball into some space here. If he can get Kumalo into some space, he can make something happen. The dancing feet from the winger, and then pops it over the back. Here we go, Vandenberg, 10-meter line. Oleman. Pienaar wants to get the pass away, does get it away. The flip out the back. Versveld taken in a great tackle from Cox. Michaelhouse are going to need to secure this one. Hilton trying to flood through, but it's still there. Jewell, good tackle. It's a brilliant tackle from Armstrong. behind the gain line. They've got some numbers over here. Taking it into contact. Ollerman with a little snipe. Good support in the end there from his fellow players. The pass goes around the back. Versveld taking on the defenders once again. Still there for Michaelhouse. They've lost a couple of meters here though. It's a pick and go. Need to try and wind this clock down while they've still got the man in the bin. Brendan Jewell at the back. He picks and goes. Ollerman looking for a bit of space on the open side. And it's gone too far. The kick has gone out on the full. It's heartbreak.
It was the right idea from Michaelhouse. They were pinned down after that run from Kumalo. They went all the way back to where his run had started, actually. And running out of ideas and obviously struggling with their fly-off. Mike Moody still in the bin.
Volmans. Oh, doesn't know who he's going to give it to. It's fallen free, but it's well cleaned up. That's the 10-meter line in Michaelhouse half. Tashman, left-hand side. Nella, the try scorer, with a little dink over the top. It's a good kick from the center. Pousson has done incredibly well under a lot of pressure from the Hilton defenders. The fullback manages to wriggle free. Cox trying to flood through the breakdown. Gush with the clearance kick. That's not a bad one from the winger.
Well, Michaelhouse doing well just to weather the storm there. And Pousson just reminding us of his quality. Players bearing down on him. He managed to worm his way out of that tackle.
Shortened line out is the option again. Sigiriadis isn't the man they go to. They want to set up a driving maul here. Good accurate setup from Hilton. Driving up towards the 22. They're getting a bit of momentum here. Armstrong's got it in the boot. Penalty advantage. Collapsing the maul is the call. Tashman. Dlamini has a crack. Pops it up. Armstrong, the skipper. Right hand side. They might have men over here. Zagiriadis. There we go. Volmans. Pop out. Matza going for the line. Just short. Big defense needed here. Slow ball here for Hilton. Michaelhouse being able to get their defensive lines worked out. Hamlin. Oh, the switch ball to Armstrong. The skipper's in. The captain gets over. Well-deserved score for the number 8. He's been industrious throughout the day. Deserved to get himself a 5-pointer. And that has put the game well and well beyond reach.
We'll take a look at this. The players were just lining up. The first carry here. It's great stuff, and you'll actually see the Michaelhouse players they're worrying about the big man D'Oliveira and not even thinking about the little sneaky switch play, and that's fantastic stuff. Great reward for Mark Armstrong. He's been fantastic for Hilton all afternoon. You can see what it means to the boys as well. Quite right, Nick. That's put the result well out of reach for Hilton. There you go, Mark Armstrong. Big, strong number 8.
Also might have a point to prove, considering the recent announcement of the KZN sides.
100%. Never know what could happen with those squads, but as it stands, he's in the academy week. And we have seen players that have been overlooked at this level go on to get higher honours, so never stop believing. And here's a man who's in the Craven week side, kicking for goal.
Ruan Volmans with another attempt. It's a good strike. He's turned, but he's missed. Can't add the extra 2. 28 points to 3. Michaelhouse will be searching high and low for a try here. They would love to get themselves a 5-pointer. Just over 10 to go in this one. That's a good restart. But it's bobbing around. It's a knock-on from Hilton, so it's going to be Michaelhouse's put in to the scrum. Gavin Fienstra having a few words there. Probably not the time to be mouthing off.
No, not quite. Not when you're 25 points down with 5 minutes left to play. Anyway, Michaelhouse back to their full complement of 15 players as Mike Moody comes onto the field after that yellow card for a deliberate knockdown when Hilton were looming on their try line 10 minutes ago. Now it's all about consolation stuff for Michaelhouse here as their backs line up towards the right for a strike move.
Oliman feeds. Good scrum. Moody with his first opportunity since coming back on. Gets a pass away to Vandenberg. Vandenberg wrestling, trying to get himself to the ground. He's done so. It's there for Michaelhouse. Oliman. Jewel once again. Good tackle. Hilton have been good on defense. Haven't given Michaelhouse anything. Driving up over the 22-meter line. JC Olofse. Jewel again. Very upright as he runs into contact. Oliman. Moody. The flick ball. Pousson. Oh, but it's gone behind Kumalo. But Pousson's done well. He's regathered beautifully as the fullback. The chip and chase. But it looks like it's gone into touch. He's protesting a bit there that there might have been a push. But the referee saw nothing.
Luc Pousson with a fantastic little bit of individual brilliance, cleaning up the mess he'd made. And that little chip nearly regathered. It bounced pretty much straight into his line and as he was running back into the field. But it looks like Hilton will have the throw into the line out here.
Defensive line out for Hilton. Shortened line out is the call. Holdsworth to feed it. Goes to the front, taken in by Klaassen. Pop to the back. Volmans's kick is not out. Gush. Pousson. Vandenberg is raging out wide. Kumalo. Another opportunity for the winger. He's taken his opportunities with both hands. Oliman. Jewel in the middle of the field. Gets rid of one. Good work from the front rower. Still there for Oliman. Wide ball. Gush. Over the gain line. Good work from the winger. Holdsworth trying to get over it for Hilton. Hilton with the counter. Short side they go. Crampton.
Great
taken in
tackle.
a brilliant tackle. Just 4 meters out. Dlamini getting himself over the ball and winning it. Hilton College now have possession. Deep inside their 22, and the clearance kick is a good one from Vilmans, but it hasn't gone out. Gush with another opportunity. Great work from the winger. Just ghosting past the defenders. Oliman. Jewel again. I think it might be his 4th or 5th carry in this phase. Moody. Show and go. Beats one. Tries to get the ball on the inside. It's all happening as Nella puts the boot to it. Penalty, Michaelhouse.
They've got to take it quick here. There's no thinking about this. They've got a minute left. There you go. Quick tap.
They do. Pousson. Wide ball. Kumalo can't hold on, but Vandenberg takes it. Stepping on the inside. Pass out into the hands of Versvold, who gets in for the score. Consolation, if anything. But it's a just reward for what they've been putting in these last couple of minutes. It's been a massive effort from the Michaelhouse side as James Gush puts it down quickly and tries to get this conversion done off the deck, but he's pulled it wide.
Oh, the consolation try. It was great play from Michaelhouse. The quick tap needed to be taken. There's no time to waste. A nice long ball out. Vandenberg was in exactly the right place as Khumalo couldn't take that ball. And then he just linked up with Versveld, and the outside centre got in for a much needed try for Michaelhouse. Too little too late though, as Hilton still lead 28-8, and I think time is pretty much up. This will be the last move off the restart here.
According to the clock here at the ground, there's still 5.5 to go, given the injuries and stoppages that we've had in the second half. Deep restart to Khumalo. He's been electric. Vandenberg sort of come into his own in the back end of this one. He'll be a big prospect for them next season, considering he's in grade 11. The chip over the top. Has it worked? Not quite, unfortunately.
It was Khumalo and Rush, I think. Or was it Pusong? No, it was Rush. Both just running after the ball and running into each other just at the wrong time. It's unfortunate.
Michaelhouse trying to play this game at breakneck speed now. Hilton go, setting up the driving maul. It's a good sack. But they regather and regain momentum. Penalty. Goes the way of Hilton. Oh, gone the way of Michaelhouse, I beg your pardon. Obstructive running or obstructive movement at the line out. The quick tap from Ullerman. He wants to have a crack here. Moody, wide ball. Quick hands here, they have men over if they want to use it. Gush. The inside ball goes to Vandenberg. The try scorer, Versveld, taken to ground. Ullerman. Wide floating ball. Khumalo here. He is absolutely electric. Great tackle. I think that's Armstrong who gets up and makes another tackle. Number 8 has been all over the field today. Jewel with the drive. Left they go, right at the gain line. Moody with the carry. Hilton trying to get over it. They have done so, but we're going to go back for another penalty.
And Michaelhouse just playing a breakneck speed here. Really trying to do all that they can to get back into this game with the time running on the clock. We've got 3 minutes left here at Meadows, according to the scoreboard. And you can see they're just, they've turned it up another gear. Hilton are under the pump.
You do wonder where this sort of intensity has been the whole day.
Once again, it's just last chance saloon. Desperation.
The wraparound there. D'Oliveira not getting out of there. Pleading to the referee. Khumalo puts it on the toe, but he didn't need to. He didn't need to kick that, but we're going to go back for another penalty. D'Oliveira not rolling away. I don't think Khumalo needed to put that one on the toe.
He might have beaten the man. It was Vandenberg. He's been fantastic. We've seen 2 really good number 8s here playing today. Vandenberg really only starting to have a real impact in the second half, but him versus Armstrong's been fantastic to watch.
Moody taking it in. Getting it off to Olufsa. To Khumalo, taking on his opposite number, Cox. Ullerman scragged, but he's done well the scrum off. Also got a bright future ahead of him. Another B blocker in this Michaelhouse side. Pienaar with the drive. Keeping it amongst the forwards. D'Oliveira trying to get over that one, but he has done so.
The big man, look at him.
Great work from the number 3.
You can see what it means to him and to his side.
Hasn't just been a massive unit today. He's been good on the ground, has carried brilliantly.
He's got a shiner for his efforts today. He really has been a standout for Hilton. Mountain of a schoolboy.
And that's a massive kick. So Hilton College taking play just short of the halfway line. 1:30 left on the clock here at the ground. Holdsworth with an opportunity to feed the line out again. Short line out is the call. They've kept it short the whole day. It goes in, but the players join the line out. from 10 meters back. They set up the driving maul here. Tashman with the kick through. Not a great one. Pousson taking on the defenders. Moody, wide-ranging ball to Vandenberg. Vandenberg running with 2 hands. Beats 2 defenders. Great offload. Moody up towards the 10-meter line in Hilton College half. Oh, unfortunately it can't go to hand. Well, not a great pass at the bootlaces. So with 25 left on the clock, this is probably going to be the last move of the game.
Oh, that was just unlucky. You're quite right, Nick. It's a bit confusing as to why Michaelhouse didn't play at a higher intensity throughout this game. Obviously, it's easy to say that when Hilton have had the ascendancy, especially in terms of their physicality when they've been in possession, but Michaelhouse have just looked good when they've given the ball some air, shifted it out. Kumalo's been fantastic. We've seen Pousson's also been great when he's joined the line. Toby Versveld in that number 13 jumper, the late try scorer as well. And then Vandenberg's just been ranging this whole of the second half. Why haven't they played more of that rugby? I'm sure they'll be asking themselves that in a couple of minutes' time. And on the flip side, Hilton have just been absolutely fantastic today. Great schoolboy side. Really, really strong team. And it'll be a well-deserved win for them to cap off their season.
Definitely. Well drilled. Do the basics really well. Into the pocket it goes. And he hoofs it onto the Centenary Centre roof. And that is it. Full time here. Gareth, give us your final thoughts on this one.
Well, as you can see how much it means to these boys. Hilton Michaelhouse is always a special weekend. Michaelhouse boys will almost be in tears here, but there's not much else to say. Hilton have just been supremely dominant. Hats off to their forward pack. Both of their props, Zagiriadis and D'Oliveira, real standouts, carrying the ball up strongly. Their number 8, Mark Armstrong, I think was probably real contender for man of the match. And then Ron Woolmans, their fly-off, just bossing play, giving them direction, kicking them into the right parts of the field. And they just took their points when it mattered most. Michaelhouse, a nice strong comeback in the last 20 minutes of the second half, but obviously it just wasn't enough to claw their way back into the game. They left it too late, and Hilton just too strong and dominant. I don't know what you thought, Nick.
It was a brilliant display from Hilton. They played to their strengths, and they just managed to grind away there, and all of a sudden, before you knew it, they were 20 points up. And that's a sign of a good side. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, here at Meadows. That brings down the curtain on another brilliant season of rugby. An incredible derby that we all enjoy and we all love. We'll see you again next year. From Gareth Jenkinson and myself, Nick Tatham, thank you very much.